Greeting from Joseph Canyon. We're here chatting with Becky and Rahn at the Rim Rockin'. Let's go, Phil.
The Pedal Power Talk Show is a talk show on a bike, and you're watching it now.
So tell us where we are right now, I guess, first of all.
We are on the edge of Joseph Creek Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
The story is that the reason it's called Joseph Creek, which it has been for 100 years, is because Chief Joseph was born in a cave down there.
And so how did you two end up here?
We were back in D.C.
We packed up a U-Haul and came out. She'd never seen it, I had, and she cried for a month.
3 weeks. 3 weeks. I did. I really did, actually.
And because you moved, from out east, were people skeptical at first?
Oh, that's a good point. Especially when you weren't hired onto a logging crew, and they asked you what you did for a living.
On the way out in the crummy that first day, about 3 in the morning. So where did you come from? Washington, D.C. Oh, what did you do there? Well, I'm an attorney. For who? The Environmental Protection Agency. And you're logging?
And when did you buy the Rim Rockin'?
2003, 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that building's been there for a while.
Flora, which is just 3 miles this way, is a ghost town now. The inhabitants there don't like to say that, but there's not very many. Maybe there's 10 people. But it used to be the biggest town in Wallowa County. That was back in the 20s. And so this was built then.
Before it was always a restaurant with a teepee. Now it's overnight with a restaurant. But we didn't know that was going to be so successful.
Already this morning I've seen like a giant woodpecker and a bunch of deer. I mean, you must have a lot of sort of wildlife visitors around.
Yeah, we've had bear in years past.
Something tore a teepee up this summer.
Really?
We're not sure what it was.
Well, that may have been something domesticated.
It might have been. We're not sure, but it really shredded it.
And so now you're taking all this down for the winter.
Taking it down for the winter. The old timers are saying it's going to be a hard winter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the big story right now. So I don't know if it's true or not.
How do they know that?
It has to do with the bees. They say a lot of the deer and the elk and the bear are down low already.
So this is the Ask-O-Matic, our automatic question asking device. Are you guys ready to take a question from it? All right. Here we go. What would be the most fun thing to do in zero gravity?
You'd have to explain what zero gravity is first.
Well, like in space where there's no gravity.
Oh, okay, I got it.
You go.
I don't.
I'll answer first.
Okay, go ahead.
I would say there'd probably be cool things you could do if you were drinking a milkshake and then you squeezed it up and then did a cartwheel and then caught it in your mouth. I feel like stuff like that, you could do some pretty cool tricks.
Maybe watch your dog. See what happens with your dog.
You could play some pretty hardcore fetch up there.
That's good.
Well, thank you so much for having me on the side of your canyon. This has been delightful.
You're welcome. Thank you for pedaling out here.
Yeah.
This has been great.
Well, that was a fun interview, and now I've got 4 quick things to tell you. Number 1, the Pedal Power Talk Show is brought to you by our friends at Keen Footwear. Number 2, Steven Smith Teamaker is the official tee of the show. Number 3, click here to subscribe to our channel. And number 4, click here to watch more episodes. Go ahead, just click on one of my hands. That tickles. Just kidding, I can't actually feel you through a computer.